All right. Hello, world. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, depending on what your time zone is. Welcome to tonight's or today's free international webinar on the process to be a TVET trainer, brought to you by the Institute of Global Professionals, or IGP. And we are coming to you live via StreamYard on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for joining us for tonight's or today's session. Gafor Panimbang here, an assistant professor from Adyong Memorial Polytechnic State College here in Lanao del Sur, Philippines. And it's my privilege to be your host for tonight's or today's session. For those who don't know yet, the Institute of Global Professionals, or IGP, is an ISO certified training institute in a globally recognized, multi awarded international professional organization that provides free online and offline learning platforms for education and skills training for students and professionals alike, backed by international speakers and coaches from all over the world. It is a nonprofit training institute dedicated to making it possible for anyone to learn anything and anywhere for free online at any subject level. True to its mantra, feed your skill, it is IGP's mission to empower people by providing an overall learning experience that meets their needs and helps them to achieve life goals. We believe that free education, more than anything, has the power to break through boundaries and transform lives. Before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to share with you some few housekeeping notes so you know how to participate in today's or tonight's event. You will have the opportunity to submit text questions to our speaker related to the content of today's or tonight's webinar. Our speaker will be answering questions through chat and only through chat. So please type them in the chat box below. You may send in your text questions at any time during the presentation. We will collect those questions and hold them for the Q&A session at the end of tonight's or today's event. We will bring your questions up on the screen and I will be reading them out loud for the speaker to respond. We will get through as many questions as time permits. And if you would like a specific speaker to answer your question, okay, please indicate the speaker's name and then the question. All right. But I think tonight we're going to have a lone speaker. So you don't need to specify the name of the speaker since we only have one speaker for tonight. Sound good? Throughout the presentation, you will see a couple of questions pop up on your screen that would allow you to engage with us while the presentation is going on. We appreciate you guys answering those questions coming in. Today's or tonight's session is being recorded to be available for viewing post-conference on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. That's Institute of Global Professionals. We are using our FB page and our YouTube account to store webinar recordings and make them available for public viewing. After this session, we'll be posting this recorded webinar on our YouTube channel for you to watch a replay in case you want to review anything. And we welcome you to revisit the content yourself and share it with your colleagues. And it would also be greatly appreciated if you could hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell for you to get notified every time we upload a new webinar video every single day. Yes, you heard it right, every single day. All right. And if you stay till the end of this webinar, You will get a link to download your ISO verified e-certificate free of charge, courtesy of the Institute of Global Professionals. The link will be provided as pinned post down in the comment section below shortly before the webinar ends. Further details on the certification process will be shared to you at the end of this event. And we're also excited to invite everyone to be part of our exciting and interactive online quiz game competition happening after the speaker's presentation. And if you wish to join with the quiz game competition as player, all you have to do is just go to slido.com using your own device and browser. And once you get there, you will see a window asking you to type in the event code. Just simply type in the event code and press enter. And pretty much you're good to go. The event code, by the way, will be posted on the screen just before the competition begins. So please do hang out for that. Lucky top 10 players who would have the most correct answers and fastest response time will receive a quiz completion certificate, again, courtesy of the Institute of Global Professionals or IGP. If you believe this program is useful to you, then why don't you help your friends to discover this free webinar? Feel free to share this program on your social media communities and suggest it to your family members, friends, and colleagues you care about so they can benefit from these programs too. We also invite you to leave us a comment, share us your thoughts, and give us thumbs up. All right? And if you have not yet joined the IGP, please consider joining in. It's free, and IGP offers many benefits to you guys. And if you're interested in becoming a member of IGP, please feel free to reach out directly using our website. That's www.eduigp.com. And we will be happy to welcome you aboard and be part of our growing international professional community. All right. So, without further ado, I would now like to welcome our speaker for tonight, the lone speaker for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, or today's event, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we're so glad to welcome Sir Runel S. De Guzman from the Philippines. All right. We're so glad Sir Runel de Guzman could be here tonight or today to share his insights on the topic, the process to a TVET trainee. All right. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are thrilled to have Ronel S. de Guzman joining us as our lone speaker for tonight's webinar. Welcome to the show, Sir Ronel S. de Guzman. All right. We're so glad to have you here.
Thank you, sir. May I start now, sir?
No problem.
Okay, so before that, greetings to everyone, and good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, depending on our time zone. And tonight or today, my topic is entitled The Process to be a Tibet Trainer. So let me share my screen, sir.
Sure. All right.
Just a bit. Do you see my screen, sir?
Yes, we're now seeing on the screen.
Hello,
I think
and
you're
I
good
am
to go.
audible to all.
Yes, we can hear
Okay,
you
thank you.
clearly and we are seeing your screen on the screen. I think you're good to go, sir. Take it
Okay.
away.
Okay, so I'm going to start my presentation about the process to be a Tibet trainer. So before we start the discussion about the process itself, let's be familiarized first with the following acronyms: COC, Certificate of competency, NC or National Certificate, NTTC or National Tibet Trainers Certificate, TMC or Trainers Methodology Certificate, TR, Training Regulation, and TVET, which is Technical Vocational Education and Training. Now, let's define TVET. So TVET, according to TESDA Circular Number 99, Series of 2019, refers to the education or process designed at post-secondary and lower tertiary level, officially recognized as non-degree programs aimed at preparing technicians, paraprofessionals, and other categories of middle workers by providing them with wide broad range of general education, theoretical, scientific, and technological studies unrelated to job skills training. And according to UNESCO 2015, TVET or Technical Vocational Education and Training is the education or process or training process where it involves, in addition to general education, that study of technologies and related education or related science and acquisition of practical skills relating to occupations in various sectors of economic life and social life, comprises formal or organized programs as part of the school system, and non-formal or organized classes outside the school system approach. So based on the definitions that I have given you, basically, when we say Tibet, it is all about skills training. In the Philippines, Tibet was handled by the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority or TESDA. It is also an ISO certified government agency that provides skills training and certification. So the link is here provided below or the tesda.gov.ph. You may visit the website. So the TESDA was established through the enactment of the Republic Act number 7796 or otherwise known as the Technical Education and Skills Development Act of 1994. So which was signed into law by President Fidel V. Ramos on August 25, 1994. So this act aims to encourage the full participation of and mobilize the industry, labor, local government units, and technical vocational institutions in the skills development of countries' human resources. So the merging of National Manpower and Youth Council or NMYC of the Department of Labor and Employment or DOLE, the Bureau of Technical and Vocational Education, BTVE of the Department of Education, Culture and Sports or DEX, and Apprenticeship Program of Bureau of Local Employment or BLE of the DOLE gave birth to TESDA. So these are the government agencies that merged into TESDA. In the new Philippine education system, TESDA plays an important role in providing education for those who can't afford college or enter college. In the senior high school, so here, in the senior high school, most of the tracks are leading to national certification that eventually can be used as credentials to work. So actually, even graduates of four-year degree courses are taking courses from TESDA and able to be certified and be qualified for a job or to have a higher chance of getting a job. Also, some who are already professionals are seeking for TESDA certification or national certificates for career development and other source of income. So for other for sideline, as for me, an instructor of an higher education institute and under commission of on higher education or CHED, I can use this certification for my promotion and also teaching the skills that I learned from this national certification to my students so that they will become competent too. So based on the 2020 national output of TESDA, there are 802,218 uh, students who have enrolled in the TESDA in different courses and 715,158 graduated from their selected qualification or courses. 493,018 are subject or undergo assessment, and 462,189 are found out to be competent and were certified with national certifications. So these are the top three sectors with most graduates. Number one is the agriculture, forestry, and fishery. Um, I am part of this sector because I am teaching agriculture and all my national certificates are under agriculture. Number two, tourism, which hotel and management. And number three, electrical and electronics. So these are the industry that are in demand in other countries. That's why many Filipinos want to work abroad, taking courses from these sectors. So now let's see how many trainers uh, in the TESDA. So there are total of 38,469 individuals, NTTC holders, and this is counted by qualification, and 22,125 are counted as warm body, or meaning they are active in the TESDA. They are certified and they are already trained under, they're already trainers. So for the regions NCR, the 15.45% or 5,942 registered trainers. In Region 3, there are 9.66% or 3,716 registered trainers. And in Region 4A, there are 9.45% or 3,634 NTTC holders or trainers. So these are nationwide. Okay, so now, what is TVET trainer? A TVET trainer is a professional who enables a learner or a group of learners to develop a competencies of performing a particular trade or technical work. So a TVET trainer may assume various roles such as training facilitator, competency assessor, training designer, and developer of and training supervisor. So for the compensation, according to payscale.com, the average base salary of a TVET trainer is 344,348 pesos per year. So it is not really that much actually. Okay, now let's answer the question, how to be a TVET trainer. Okay, so first, we need to have NC or the national certificate enable for you or for us to be qualified to take or enroll the TM or the trainer's methodology. So using the NC and the TM and other requirements, of course, you may now apply for the NTTC or the National TVET Trainers Certificate. So the NTTC is the license to be a TVET trainer. So this is what we need, NC, TM, and other requirements before we can apply as a TVET trainer. So let's define first the NC. According to TESSA, Circle number 60, series of 2018, National Certificate or NC refers to the document issued by TESDA to individuals after subjected to a national competency assessment or the competency assessment and proven competent in all the required units of competencies of a national qualification defined under the promulgated training regulation. So basically, it is a certification issued to individuals who achieve all the required units of competency for a national qualification as defined under the TR or the training regulation. So when we say national qualification, it is a qualification that is defined by the nationally promulgated training regulation, and it is created by combining units of competencies into group that corresponds to meaningful job roles in the workplace and aligning this with a national qualification framework. So this is the definition based on the circle number 15 series of 2015. So also, the TR is refers to the package of qualification, competency standards, training standards, assessment, and certification arrangement in a specific sector promulgated by the TESDA board for nationwide application. So they serve as the basis for the development of curricula, registration, and delivery of training program. So this is based on TESDA circle number 54 series of 2019. So this is an example of a national certificate. So these are the units of competencies. So as you can see here, these are the COC or the Certificate of Competency. So there are 4 Certificate of Competency in this national certificate or the Agricultural Crop Production, NC2. There are 4 COC, namely perform nursery operation, plant crops, care and maintain crops, carry out harvest and post-harvest operation. So you need to pass all these units enable for you to be certified with national certificate. Now, the question. So, Ronel, I don't have a national certificate yet. What should I do? So, there are two. First, if you are already skilled or experienced in the chosen qualification or the field of your chosen qualification, either you have working, or practicing the qualification, then you can undergo the national competency assessment or the assessment itself. So what is a competency assessment? It is the process of collecting evidence and making judgment on whether competency has been achieved. It is focused on assessing an individual's skills, knowledge, attitude, and work values related to the unit or cluster of units of competencies. So these are the basis, or what are the basis for assessment and certification? So the TESDA implement assessment and certification for all qualification with promulgated training regulation. So the training regulation is the Bible of a qualification or a course in the TESDA. The training regulation defines the knowledge, skills, attitude, values required for competent performance in the workplace. So, if you want to be competent in a chosen qualification, then you must understand the training relation. So, the competency requirements as defined in the relevant training regulation shall be taken off point of all corresponding qualifications, assessment, and certification in all industry sectors. So these are the requirements for assessment. So basically, there are only three requirements required by the TESDA. So duly accomplished application form, a duly accomplished self-assessment guide or SAG, and three passport size picture with name, without name on in front, but your name must be at the back of each picture. So this is the application form, and this is the self-assessment guide. So enable for you to be assessed in a chosen qualification, you must read and understand the SAG or self-assessment guide and check yes in all the statement below. Because if you check no, then you are not ready for the assessment. The assessment center will not allow you for assessment because you yourself recognize that you are not ready for the assessment. So it must be yes in all the statement below. So this is the passport size picture. It must be white background and with color. No name tag or nameplate. Your name must be at the back. So additional requirements, medical certificate, PSA or Philippine Statistic Authority, birth certificate or your photocopy of your PSA, and practicing COVID-19 preventive measures in the workplace certificate. You can find it on TESDA Online. So these requirements are required by some uh, assessment centers for them to check the correctness of the name you input in the registration form, application form, and due to COVID pandemic, uh, they are requiring the medical certificate and practicing COVID certificate. So later I will show you the link where you can find the course of practicing COVID-19. So this is the practicing COVID-19 certificate, certificate of completion, and this is the link. So www.tasa.gov.ph. So for the evaluation process, usually there are only three evaluation process in a competency assessment. So usually, because the basis of evaluation process is the training regulation, and some of training regulation or courses, the training regulation requires less, only two or more than three evaluation process. So commonly, there are three evaluation process, namely written test. This is done to test the knowledge of an individual in the certain qualification. Demonstration, the candidate shall demonstrate the skills in the chosen qualification, and for the oral questioning, the assessor will check the consistency of the answer and demonstration. So this is to verify your answer in written test and your knowledge in the demonstration. So there are two results of assessment. First is competent. So if you found competent, then you will be certified with national assessment. So this is the certificate or national certificate 2 or NC2 in agricultural crops production. So if not or not yet competent, it means that you don't you have not met the requirements and will be given an opportunity for the assessment. So for those qualification with COC or Certificate of Competency, you will be given COC on the units that you have passed, and for the reassessment, you will be only assessed on the COC that you didn't pass on the last assessment. So this is the certificate of competency. So it is different from a national certificate. So these are the steps in competency assessment. So first, or step one, go to any test the accredited assessment centers or test the district or provincial office near your location and apply for assessment. So submit the following requirements or documentary requirements, which is I already mentioned earlier, the duly accomplished application form, properly and completely filled out self-assessment guide of your chosen qualification, 3 passport size picture, colored, white background, and with color, your name must be printed at the back. And other requirements as given or as required by the assessment center. So it differs from or depends on assessment center, different assessment center, and also in chosen qualification. So some are requiring uh, medical certificate, not just because on COVID pandemic, because of heavy work that must be done during the competency assessment. So step 3, pay the assessment fee at the assessment center cashier and get the official receipt and admission slip. So the admission slip is very important when you're applying for competency assessment because you must show the admission slip, which is the step 4, be present at the scheduled date and assigned venue of assessment indicated in the admission slip. So you will show your admission slip because without it, you will not be undergo the assessment, or the assessor won't allow you to be assessed on that day. So step 5 is the assessment proper. So here comes the written test, the oral questioning, the demonstration of skills, and you must pass all the unit of competencies required and able for you to be certified with national certificate. Then, after the assessment proper, step 6, get the competency assessment results summary or so-called CARS at the assessment center. Then step 7, competent candidates must apply for certification at test the district or provincial office where the assessment center or venue is under jurisdiction. So, for example, uh, I was assessed on an, a town in Zambales, then I must apply for the national certification using my cars in Zambales Provincial Office. So step 8, competent candidates can claim their national certificate or NC or certificate of competency for not yet competent candidates or COC 7 working days after application for the issuance or COC or NC. Now, if you don't have any experience yet or not yet skilled, but you want to be certified, enable for you to work abroad, or because your job requiring the NC, or you want uh, to improve your knowledge and gain some skills, then you may undergo the training, or you may enroll at TESDA on different courses. There are many courses that TESDA is offering. So these are the requirements for training. Usually, these are the requirements. So as I mentioned earlier, it is the same with assessment center. The training centers, or uh, the requirements depends on the training center. So these are the common, and some requirements may be added by the training center. It depends on the course, or the if you are applying for a scholarship, of course, there are many requirements. So for the training, PSA birth certificate, a photocopy, 3 pieces. For the marriage certificate, form 137 or 138, also a photocopy, 3 pieces. 3 pieces also of good moral certificate, photocopy, and certificate of employment relevant to the course, if any. So if you have any relevant certificate of employment, then you may use that. You may submit that as your requirement, because in training process, the so-called the RPL, or recognizing prior learning. So if you are found to be competent in a unit, or several units of competencies, then you will not undergo training on that uh, unit of competency. So picture, the same is studio type, white background with color, without name tag. So 4 pieces of passport size, and 5 pieces of 1 by 1 picture. Also, training requirement, the certificate of completion of practicing COVID-19 preventive measures in the workplace, and medical certificate. So for the training, you may want to visit tesda.gov.ph/TVI. So as you can see here, a course, school, location. So for example, I want to enroll in organic agriculture production and city, or then you may type organic agriculture here in course, and my location is Zambales. So I don't know what school, then you may search for it. Then this is the result. Test the Provincial Training Center, IBA. So they're offering produce organic concoction extracts, which is a unit of competency that is leading to organic agriculture production, NC2. So these are the contact number and the address of the training center. So you may contact the training center, and you can ask them all about the requirements, the training itself, uh, it is modular, or online, or face-to-face. They can answer that. Now, if you are looking for scholarship programs, then you may visit the test.gov.ph/barangay/. So there are many scholarship offered. You may check each scholarship programs, and the requirements are there. So if you want to apply, then you may visit this link. So after completing the training duration, you will undergo the same process of national competency assessment as I mentioned earlier. So the process is the same. the steps of assessment, the requirements, the evaluation process, the result of assessment, it is all the same. So now, you already have a national certificate. The next certification you need to pass is the trainer's methodology or the TM. So TMC or Trainer's Methodology Certificate 1 is a document issued to trainers who have achieved or the required unit of competency identified in Level 1 or the trainer assessor under the Philippine TVET Trainers Qualification Framework or PTTQF. So if you have TM1 or TMC1, you can apply as a trainer and also as an assessor. So the source of definition is the TESSA Circular Number 13, Series of 2011. So basically, a TMC holder is a person who has achieved this qualification or competent to be Tibet trainer, a technical trainer, a training facilitator, coordinator, and competency assessor. So as per TESDA output 2020, there are 4,402 enrollees and only 3,734 graduates on the trainer's methodology or TM1 with a completion rate of 85%. So the 85% is high enough. So the TM or trainer's methodology has a nominal duration of 246 hours and it consists of competencies a TVET trainer or assessor must achieve, such as plan training sessions, facilitate learning sessions, supervise work-based learning, conduct competency assessment, maintain training facilities, and utilize electronic media in facilitating training. So it also has two COC or Certificate of Competency, namely the COC1 or the facilitating or facilitate learning session, and the COC2 is the conduct competency assessment. So for verification, COC1, if you have found not yet competent in TM and you are issued with COC1, you may apply or you are qualified to apply for NTTC because it is the requirement, the facilitate learning session. So you can apply for your NTTC. And for the assessor, you need the conduct competency assessment. But if you pass both COC, then you'll be given with or you'll be certified with trainer's methodology. So these are the requirements for training. Actually, this is almost the same with the national certificate requirement except for transcript of record, which is usually for the TM or trainer's methodology, they are requiring 4-year graduate as of now. So these are the requirements: PSA birth certificate, photocopy, marriage certificate for married, transcript of record, or Form 137 or 138 or photocopy, good moral certificate, NC2 or higher. So you must submit your NC2 or NC3, NC4, and certificate of employment relevant to the course, if any. So pictures, studio type, white background with colors, without name tag. So 1 by 1, 2 by 2, and passport size are needed in the training. Also, you need the practicing COVID-19 preventive measures in the workplace, certificate of completion, and medical certificate. So for the requirement for assessment, the same with what I mentioned earlier, the first three are the TESDA requirements. And the other requirements such as birth certificate may be required by the assessment center for verification of the name. So the same, I think there's no need for me to read the requirements because it is the same with what I mentioned earlier. So this is the evaluation process. So as you can see, the TM has four evaluation process. So portfolio or the compilation of output or the outputs from the training. So while you are in the TM training, you are required to submit outputs which eventually became your portfolio. So written test or the evaluation of knowledge, usually all the units of competencies that I've mentioned earlier, the 6 units uh, are being here. So the assessors, there are three assessors in, usually three assessors in TM. One will check the portfolio, one will be facilitating the written test, and for demonstration and oral questioning, also one. So there are usually three uh, panel of evaluators or panel of assessors. So for the demonstration, it is differs from national assessment because you will demonstrate how to be a trainer and assessor. So there will be a skit, a 20-minute skit for conduct competency assessment, and 30 minutes skit for facilitate learning session. So some assessors requiring you to have two students, and eventually they will become the uh, candidates for the assessment. So all questioning, you will be asked on your demonstration, and this is for clarification or to check the consistency of your skill and your answer. So the result of assessment is the same on what I have mentioned earlier, competent and not yet competent. So if you have, or if you are found to be competent, then you will be certified and will be given with the trainer's methodology certificate level 1. So you may now use this certificate to apply for the National TVET Trainers Certificate. Now, the final step, using your national certificate, preferably NC2 or higher, and your trainer's methodology certificate, and other requirements as well, you may now apply for the NTTC. So NTTC is a document issued to a trainer who is a holder of National Certificate or NC, a Trainer Methodology Certificate or TMC, and industry work experience as may be provided in Section 3 of the respected training regulation of the qualification. So the source of definition was TESSA Circular Number 33, Series of 2017. So these are the requirements. So basically, NTTC is a certificate granted by TESDA to NC and TMC holders who have proven to be experts in the field of specialization with at least 2 years of industry background as defined in the training regulation or as required by training regulation. So these are the requirements for NTTC application. So first, letter of intent addressed to Provincial Director of TESDA. Application 4 of or NMIS form 01A, Trainer's Methodology Certificate photocopy, NC2 or higher, which also photocopy, and Certificate of Employment relevant to the qualification, uh, minimum of 2 years of experience depending on the uh, trainer's training regulation or the TR. So this is the example of a letter of intent. So this is the director of provincial director with TESSA, and I stated here that I would like to express my earnest intent of becoming TVET trainer in organic agriculture production and C2. So this qualification requires industry experience. That's why uh, I also submitted um, certificate of employment. So this is the trainer as source profile or NMIS form 01A or the trainer's profile or application form. So this is the certification or the certificate of employment that I use in my application for NTTC on organic agriculture. Also, I use this certificate of employment, and after submitting all the requirements at the Provincial Training Center, just wait for 2 to 4 weeks and you may now claim your NTTC. So with your NTTC, you may apply as trainer on TESDA or accredited uh, training centers, and finally become a Tibet trainer. So just to add, uh, if the training center offers a full online course, you are required or you need to have a certificate of training on facilitating e-learning session because the mode of instruction will be online. Then you need a training on FELS or facilitating e-learning session. So for my case, I am already done with my training and just waiting for my graduation on FELS. So usually, the training is given by provincial TESDA. Also, the TESDA offers different online courses in their website, www.etesda.gov.ph. You may find several courses, different courses here. If you want to learn more about skills development, then you may enroll. Uh, it is free in the TESDA website or TOP or TESDA online program. So just to be clear, the certificate generated from TOP or TESDA online program is a certificate of completion and not a national certificate. So if you wish to have a national certificate, then you may follow the steps that I mentioned earlier. You should undergo a national competency assessment. So this is sample of a certificate that I generated from plus the online program, and these are my references. Thank you so much for listening.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for providing us an opportunity to deepen our understanding on the TVET. That's technical, vocational, and educational training, right? and also for sharing us those processes and steps, all right, for us to be a trainer. And this is, I think, ideal for our live attendees tonight who also planning to become a TVET trainer, and also those among you out there, especially our live audience tonight, who are also planning to pursue a what do you call that, NC2 certifications, all right, if they wanted to avail themselves for any vocational training. And then I think our speaker for tonight, Sir Ronel is de Guzman, the young one of the, by the way, our speaker for tonight is for me, I would consider him one of the youngest speakers we have here in IGP, all right. And I think Sir de Guzman was able to cover it a lot on the process and steps on how to apply for a TV trainer. All right. He was able to mention all those steps, the necessary steps, and including tips. All right, for you to make it to the examinations. All right. And then, by the way, I'm awfully sorry, but I failed to ask our speaker to say something about himself. Okay. Our speaker, by the way, is Ronel S. D. Guzman, and he is a faculty member, one of the faculty members of President Ramon Magsaysay State University somewhere in Luzon, Philippines. And I think you were able to see on on his first slide where he managed to post some of his qualifications, like yeah, he is having a four institute certificates and one training methodology certificate. All right, that speak well of his qualifications and made him relevant about the topic that he has just discussed for tonight. All right. So again, we truly appreciate a young and great lecturer like you, Sir Ronel de Guzman, and we are hoping to have you again in our next series. All right. All right. So again, thank you, Sir Ronel, for spending your time with us and for sharing your knowledge, expertise, and wisdom. I hope our live audience really are learning, we were able to learn a lot from the tips and all those processes that you actually share with us. All right. So again, ladies and gentlemen, that's Sir Ronel S. D. Guzman from the Philippines, one of the faculty members of President Ramon Magsaysay State University. All right. Okay. So, just a quick reminder: if you have any question to our speaker for tonight, just type it in the comment section below, and we will bring that up during the questions and answer portion of the presentation. All right. And before we proceed to our interactive and fun-filled online quiz game competition, I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of the Institute of Global Professionals to congratulate one of our what do you call this, loyal follower in the name of Ameline C. Mom Ameline C, congratulations. You're being spotted on the competition for your regular attendance. And so for that matter, IGP is giving you, or should I say awarding you, its certificate of lifetime membership for your continued support to the IGP, or to the Institute of Global Professionals. So congratulations, Mom Ameline EC. Let's all give her a virtual round of applause. All right? So at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, Sir Runel will be back later on to join us for the question and answer segment of this event for tonight. All right, so at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we will now come to the exciting and fun-filled online quiz game competition. All right, so here we go. So I think we're going to give a minute or two for some of our live audience. Okay, as of this time, we still have a few participants joining in. So as I was saying earlier, we have to give them a minute or two for them to get settled, and then we'll get underway. All right. All right. So there you go. As of this time, we have, I think, we have 56 participants who were able to enter and join in our quiz game competition. So more participants are still joining in. All right. Thank you guys for joining in. Anyway, you have your name on the screen. We have my man, Kate Villanueva. All right. And also, by the way, I would like to ask an apology if there's somewhat like a delay when I keep on speaking on the screen because as I have observed, uh, I think I have a very somewhat like a poor connection right now. All right, so I'm going to be a bit delay. So here we go. Okay. So again, we are reminding everyone to keep joining into our online and fun field quiz game competition. All right. All right. Okay. So I think the screen is on me. All right. So after the quiz game competition, we have to pave way for the question and answer portion segment. So we encourage everyone to please prepare your question or your text question by typing them in the comment section below. And we have to bring that up on the screen so that our speaker can actually read your question, and after which our speaker has to provide his answer to those questions that you might raise. All right. So I just can't determine where are we right now. Are we starting the competition or not yet? What I know is that I'm the only person who is seen on the screen at this moment in time, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Okay, so keep joining in because in a few seconds or a few, should I say, minutes, all right, we are about to start with our online quiz game competition. Okay. All right. So I don't know if you could still hear me right now or if you could still see me on the screen, but I have this gut feeling that I have a poor connection at this moment in time. So if there is going to be a delay when I'm speaking, or if there's going to be a delay uh, in if you can hardly, or if I'm going to be totally out of the screen, I'm really sorry for that. But this is a kind of situation where it is really out of our hands. All right. So okay. So what I know is that we are still live at this moment in time, and then we are about to start with the quiz game competition. Okay, so we are inviting each and everyone, our live audience, to please keep joining in by simply visiting slido.com using your own browser and device. Okay, and for those who are new to us, all right, uh, Just simply, if you wish to join with the quiz game competition, all you have to do is go to slido.com, and then once you are on that page, all right. So here we go.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, allow me some time that actually I have to restart my setup total. So there's a reason that allow me for 1 or 2 minutes.
Oh,
Then
sure,
that's
sure.
restart.
Okay, no problem, sir.
Okay. I'm trying to do it from my another device, but let me check is that working or not.
Okay. Okay, so we are sorry for the inconvenience, but I think this is as I was saying earlier, this is a situation that is really out of our hands, right? So there's a bit technical issue here, but we are trying our best to fix it, and then so that in just a few seconds we can proceed with our one of the highlights of this event, and that's gonna be the online quiz game competition. All right. So please bear with us. Okay, be patient. All right. Okay. All you have to do, guys, is you simply keep joining in. Okay. The code, by the way, the code is IGP, and this is the code that you are going to copy and paste to the slido.com browser. All right. Once you click, or once you checked the slido.com page, and then you will see on that page the window asking you to put in or type in the event code. So the event code is IGP quiz. All right. So you simply copy and paste this one, or you simply type in that window. Okay, but I think as of this moment, do not do it yet, because so we are still setting up everything for the online quiz game competition. Our staff is busy fixing it. All right, so in just a few seconds, I think we're going to go. And so for that matter, please bear with us. Okay, we owe you an apology for the delay. As I was saying earlier, uh, this is a situation that is really beyond our control. But what is important is we are doing our best to fix everything uh, for whatever problem that may arise as we go along with our online webinar. So again, I appreciate the patience of the live audience for tonight's webinar. All right, so here we go. There you have it on the screen. All right, guys. You know what? The moment you join with our online quiz game competition, and then you will see automatically your name on the screen. Your name will automatically appear on the screen, just like what you are seeing right now. All right. So as of this time, we have 111 participants coming from our live audience who were able to join with our online quiz game competition. So I think we have to start with the first question. Here we go. Okay, first question. TVET means Technical Vocational Education and Training, or Technology Vocational Education and Training. Okay, the only difference is the first one is technical, the second one is technology. All right, so which do you think is the correct answer? 88% or majority of our participants said technical vocational education and training. Slido, please show us the correct answer. Slido, here we go. All right, so we have a top score on the screen. All right. All right, so the next question is NTTC refers to the document issued by TESDA to individuals after being subjected to a national competency assessment and proven competent in all the required units of competency of a national qualification defined under the promulgated training regulations. Is it true or false? True or false? All right. Okay. 5% of our participants said false, but however, majority of them said true. All right. However, the correct answer is, I'm sorry, but it's false. All right. There are only 5% of them who got the correct answer. Next question. NTTC means National TVET Trainer Certificate or National TVET Training Center. All right. Okay. So Slido is now processing, tabulating your score, guys. 77 among you said National TV Trainers and Certificate. And fortunately, that's the correct answer. So for that reason, a virtual round of applause. Let's all give them a virtual round of applause for getting the correct answer. That's National TV Trainers Certificate. Okay, that's NTTC. We have a top scorer on the screen. We have Dennis, all right? Or this time it's going to be Camelia. Anyway, sorry for that. Next question. TESDA was established through the enactment of blank. Is it Republic Act number 7679 or Republic Act number 7796? Which do you think, guys, is the correct answer? Is it option number one or option number two? All right. So here we go. Slido is now tabulating your score. Majority of you guys said Republic Act number 7679. Slido, please tell us. Oh, it's option number two. That's Republic Act number 7796. 46 of our participants got the correct answer. Congratulations, guys. You're doing a good job. All right. Carmelia B. Jain is still the top scorer. Next question. Who was the president who signed the Technical Education and Skills Development Act of 1994? Is it Fidel V. Ramos or Corazon C. Aquino? All right. Slido, please tell us which one is the correct answer. Okay, it's Fidel V. Ramos. All right, congratulations. Majority of you guys got the correct answer. That's Fidel V. Ramos. Okay, so as of this moment, we have Norme. A certain Norme is now the top scorer. Okay, now let's proceed to the next question. TVET is an education process designed at post-secondary and lower tertiary levels, officially recognized as a degree program. Is that true or false? Now let's find out which one is the correct answer. All right. Slido is now going to show us the correct answer between the two options. It's false. All right. 29% of our participants got the correct option, which is false. All right. Congratulations, guys. A certain Normie Inderes, if I'm not mistaken, is still the top scorer as of this moment. Next question. Technical Education and Skills Development Act aims to encourage the full participation of and mobilize the industry, labor, local government units, and technical vocational institutions in the skills development of the country's mineral resources. All right, so majority, that's 80%, said True. However, the correct answer is false. Only 20% among our participants got the correct option. All right. Okay. So, okay, I think we still have five more, six or five more questions. Now, next question. It says a TVET trainer is a professional who enables a learner or a group of learners to develop competences to performing a particular trade or technical work. Is that true or false? Majority said true, but let's find out. Yes, congratulations, guys. You got it. It's true. 92 or majority among you guys got the correct answer. Congratulations. All right, we're now showing you the leaderboard. Okay, so we have a new top scorer, that's Billy Carpo. All right. And then we have Ariel B. I'm sorry, but it's too tiny. I can hardly read the text. All right, so next question says, refers to the document issued by TESSA to individuals after being subjected to a national competency assessment and proven competent in all the required units of competency of a national qualification defined under the promulgated training regulations. All right, is it national certificate or option B, that's national TVET trainer certificate? Are we not done on this? All right. Okay, so the correct answer is it's national certificate. 63% of the participants got the correct answer. And for that matter, say congratulations. We have a new top scorer, that's Marlon. I'm sorry, but I can hardly read the text. Okay. Anyway, just check your name. Just check the screen if we have your name on it. Okay. What we're now showing you is the top five, and that's 9 out of 10. So we still have one last question. All right. NTTC. Here we go. All right. NTTC document issued to trainer who is a holder of national. The correct answer is true. And that's good. Why? Because majority of you guys got the correct answer. So for that matter, congratulations. The correct answer is true. And I think we're done with the 10 questions for our quiz game competition tonight. And let's find out. There you have it on the screen. Congratulations, Bill. John V. S. Come. All right. So that's it. Okay, congratulations for being the winner for tonight's online quiz game competition. All right. IGP will be awarding you its certificate of quiz completion. All right. So for you to get your certificate, all you have to do is you simply find the link that's being pinned post down in the comment section below for you to get yourself access to that certificate. And also, there you go. There you go. Okay, we are now showing you the top 10. The top 10 lucky winners who are able to provide the correct answers and fastest time response. As I been reminding you over and over again that one of the criteria for you to get and become a part of the top 10 is how fast you can submit your answer. All right. You will notice that many of you will have a tie score, but however, Slido will rank your score according to the the time that you are responding to it, or the time that you are submitting your answer fast. All right. So again, congratulations to our top 10 lucky winners for tonight online quiz game competition. Let's all give them a virtual round of applause. All right. So there you have it in the screen. Congratulations, quiz competition winners. All right. So I think I was able to explain to you how are you going to claim your certificates for those top 10 winners. Or if you are having a hard time uh, finding the link in the comment section below, all right. So better yet, check out our website. That's www.eduigp.com. All right, for you to get yourself access and download your certificate for tonight for being a winner for tonight's online quiz game competition. All right. So at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we are now let's pave this way for our online, Q&A portion. All right. So just all right. So we're back. All right. So we're back to pick some questions that's been posed by our live attenders just earlier. All right, so here we go. I think we have the first question on the screen from Edward D. Awas Jr. All right. So the first question says, if I am a TVET trainer certified, can I be a TVET trainer in other countries like Asian countries? Oh, all right. Let's
Hello?
ask. Yes, yes.
Yes. Um, I think the answer is no, because although other countries, such Asian countries, have uh, Tibet in their countries, you need to have their own Tibet trainer certificate, able to be a trainer on their country. So that's the answer. No.
Yes, I think yeah, you got it. For every country, there's going to be a different policies. All right,
I see.
we cannot compare Philippines with other countries like the America. Although universally we might have this vocational courses, but we have this different approaches. We tend to see different things because of our differences and diversity. So I think other countries might have vocational courses, but it's not actually the same procedures and process that we're having here in the Philippines. Okay, so I don't think if you can be a certified TVET here in the Philippines, can also be certified in other country as a TVET. So I think the best thing for you to do is you still have to apply for being a TVET trainer in other country by following their requirements. I think that's the bottom line. The requirements might be different. Okay, we
Yes,
have
sir.
this set
You're
of
right, sir.
requirements here in the Philippines. Our requirements that we are actually asking for the applicants might differ, or it could be, different from other countries. So I think that's a
Because we have different training regulations,
yes for
and
one reason. Yes,
That's the Bible for the courses in the TESDA. So if it is
yes.
differs from other country, then definitely, uh, if you are using the Tibet trainer or the NTTC of the Philippines, you can't be a trainer on other country.
Yes, and we might also have differ with the course description. Like
Yes, sir. That's
they're
salvation.
offering, yes. For example, they might be offering carpentry, but I mean, we might have a different content of that carpentry. What I'm trying to say is, other countries like America are, they're so technically advanced compared to us. So I think that could be the possible reason why we cannot compare our standard here in the Philippines and competency based in the Philippines compared to other countries. So I think that's the answer. What do you think? What do you think, sir?
Yes, sir. You are definitely right on that.
All
Because
right.
of the policies,
So
and as I point out, the training evaluation differs
yeah, yes,
from country to country.
yeah, yes. It might be different from country to country. All right. So I think that's the best answer for that. All right, so we've got another question, this time from Mirasol Silaga. Good evening, sir. Why is it TESDA graduate in demand work abroad, especially for those countries with higher use of industrial technology?
The
Why?
Hello, ma'am. The answer for your question is definitely because test the certificate or the NC2 certificate or 3 or 4, depending on the qualification, is ISO certified. That's why they are in demand in other countries.
Yes, yes. I would link to that idea because uh, uh, a country that is highly industrialized, they actually required special skills like vocational skills, right? Like
Yes, sir.
ICT related courses and other courses that's actually related to industrial technology. So because we are producing here in the Philippines with the highest number of graduates in TESDA, that could be a reason for them to get employed abroad. That's why they are so in demand because of the skills that they were able to finish, and that is it's really it could be that's exactly what the other country are looking for. I think that could be the possible reason why most of our TESDA graduates are now in demand in countries with countries that are highly industrialized. It's because of there's going to be a perfect match of the skills that they are looking for, corresponding to the skills that our graduates are actually what we're able to finish. So there is going to be a perfect match. And I think that could be the possible reason why TESDA graduate here in the Philippines is so in demand with industrialized country like probably America, European countries, and everything. All right.
Yes, sir.
I think we've got another question here. Okay. Do we have another question here? Okay. All right. I hope more questions will be coming in because this is a topic that is actually relatable to most of the Filipinos uh, young people. Okay, so we have from Jen Vidale Naraha or Naraja, whatever. When is the soonest TVET trainers assessment? Oh,
Um, Soonest, depending on your location. So, like I said earlier, that I mentioned in my presentation, you may check the website of TESDA and ask the assessment center that near your location about the assessment. They will schedule you for the assessment. And just to be clear, national competency assessment for NC2 and TM. Because TVET trainers, there is no such word as TVET trainers assessment.
yes.
TVET train or NTTC or National TVET Trainer Certificate is not for assessment. It is being applied if you already have the NC and the TM. together with other requirements such as industry experience. So there is no TVET trainers assessment.
Okay, I think that's quite clear, and thank you for answering that question. By the way, just a follow-up question. When you wish to be assessed in a certain provincial office, can you do it alone, or they have to wait for other group of persons for you to, for you, like for instance, my question is, will they be assessing you even as a single applicant, or they have to do it by group, something like that?
The answer, sir,
Like,
is no. It must be by batch. For
I see. That's yes. That's
usually for face
exactly
to
what I
face,
mean.
it
Yes,
is it is by 10,
I see.
10
That's exactly what I'm
person
trying to
per
ask.
batch of assessment.
Okay, so for instance, if I wish to be avail, if I want myself to avail for the assessment, so all I have to do is I have to visit the nearest provincial office, test the provincial office, and apply myself, avail myself by
Yes, sir.
most probably
And
following all
wait
those
for the schedule.
requirements. That's the point. Okay, I
Yes, sir.
have to wait. Most probably, once you actually submitted all those requirements, and then you have to wait for other participants to keep coming in until it will now become first batch, like 10 people comprising the first batch or second batch. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for them to open that
The rule
assessment.
for the assessment is 10 person per assessor.
I see. One
So
assessor
that's the rule.
for 10 applicants,
10 candidates. We call
candidates.
them candidates.
I see. Okay, so I think that's quite clear. Okay, now we've got another question from Bill San Juan, and it says, "What NC2 should I get as a human resource manager?" I think this is a good question. And is there a limit to how many I can get? Good
For
question.
the first, there are two questions. So for the first question, honestly, sir, I don't know the answer for that because I'm not a human resource manager. I am an agriculturist, and I am usually expert on my field. So for your case, just visit the TESDA or the TESDA online program. You may find the courses, and I think you should decide what NC you should get. And for the second question, there is no limit. As for me, I have 5 national certificate as of now, and 1 TM for national TVET trainer certificate. So I am still planning to have more national certificate to be applied for my NTTC. So there is no
All
limit.
right. All right. Okay. I think you have answered the question. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't see any human resource manager that's being listed on the competencies provided by the TESDA. What I saw is there is somewhat like bookkeeping, something like that.
Yes, sir. There's
Yes,
bookkeeping and
bookkeeping.
C3.
Yes, in C3. That's exactly. That is closely associated with the job of a human resource manager. All right, but to be specific with the human resource manager thing, I don't think there is a vocational course or competency that's being offered by the TESDA. And all right, that's quite clear. You can get as many, you can avail as many vocational courses as you can. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's clear. All right, so you can get yourself avail of those skills. Qualifications that's being provided by the TESTA. You can do it one at a time. All right, do we have another question? This time it's from Flaviano Richelle M. All right. Is NC or national certificate can be used if we want to apply for TVL senior high school teachers?
The answer is definitely yes. But still, you need let uh, for uh, for for senior high school teacher position. In
Yes.
the past few years, the start of our K to 12, uh, they allow to they allow those national certificate holders to be a high school teacher, especially TBL, senior high school teacher. But I think they are requiring them to pass the let in 5 years. I think
Yes, yes,
I am
yes.
from CHED. I am not from DepEd, so uh, I am more familiar with CHED rather than DepEd. So I think it is 5 years. You should pass the let
Yes, yes.
so that you may apply for uh, permanent position.
Yes,
So
that's
that's the
correct.
answer.
Yes, that's correct, sir. I mean, if you wish to apply for a TVL teachers in the senior high school department in the DepEd, I think you are at age if you have these qualifications that a certain school that is offering TVL is looking for. Okay, you can get the job. However, uh, you will get the job on a temporary basis because still teaching profession requires Republic 1080. Like
Yes.
you have this let. I mean, licensure examination for teachers. You are correct in saying they were given 5 years for them to pass the licensure examination for teachers, but still, they will get the job as temporary basis. So I think that's long enough for you to have yourself prepared, for you to get yourself passed in the licensure examination. That's 5 years. That's 5 years. All right, but of course, that will make you an edge because of the qualification that you have, in which the school is also looking for. Schools are actually offering different kind of qualifications and vocational courses depending on the availability of skills in a certain schools. Okay, and this is for the DepEd scenario. All right, we have Jory Avela. Okay, if I am an elementary teacher and also a TVET trainer, is it possible for me to teach in senior high school under industrial arts as tech voc teacher?
I think the answer is yes. If you have let also and your debate trainer, then you can teach as a textbook teacher in industrial arts. It depends, yes. Regardless
Yes,
if you are a elementary teacher or B.Ed teacher, uh, you can teach for senior high school.
yes, because basically you were able to meet the minimum requirements that a certain school is actually looking for. So why not? You have what it takes to be a TV trainer if you have all those qualifications. Make sure that it's being perfectly matched with the one that's a certain school is looking for, right? Okay, so we have here from again from Edward D. Awas Jr. A senior high graduate with In-situ can take a TM1.
The answer is depending on the training center for TM. So some training center are requiring the trainees to be uh, 4-year degree graduate. So I, and I don't think there is an uh, training center that allows a senior high school graduate with NC2 to take a TM1.
Okay, so I think that's quite clear. For you to become a TM, all right, the basic requirement is you must be a college graduate. That's what I've heard.
Yes, yes, sir. That is the
Okay,
policy on the TESSA currently.
okay. So for you to become a TM certificate, all right, you have to meet the minimum requirements
Yes, sir.
that's being required by the TESDA. That is basically you must be a 4 year or bachelor's degree graduate, right? Not a senior high graduate. I think that's clear. It's quite clear. All right. Okay, so I think uh, that's all what we have for the question and answer portion for tonight's webinar. Okay, so at this juncture, on behalf of IGP or the Institute of Global Professionals, we would like to extend our thanks and appreciation to our speaker for tonight, that's Sir Ronel S. de Guzman, a faculty from President Ramon Magsaysay State University, for taking time off of his busy schedule and join us as speaker for tonight and share his knowledge and wisdom. And so for that reason, we would like to again, on behalf of IGP, extend our heartfelt thanks and appreciation. All right. And we are hoping that in the next series, we could have you again as our speaker. All
Noted
right.
with that, sir.
Thank you. Okay. So again, ladies and gentlemen, that's Sir Ronet S. de Guzman from the Philippines, specifically from the President Ramon Magsaysay State University. All right. So before we finally end, okay, I got here some announcement. Of course, every day we are offering a free webinar. The time is 6 p.m. that BST UTC plus 6. That's 8 p.m. in the Philippines. All right. Okay, so we are also offering a double bonus with regular webinar. Okay, along with our regular webinars, we are also adding a webinars every weekend. That's every Sunday. Okay, so meaning to say every Sunday, we're having two webinars, morning and evening. All right. Okay, so October morning session date starting October 24. I mean, this coming October 24 and 31, we're going to have a double bonus regular webinar. Okay, we'll be having it at night, and the other one is okay. I mean, a morning session and evening session. And also, we're so glad to announce that we are offering you a triple bonus. Starting from October, we have a webinar. We'll be having a webinar series program wherein you will have the chance to get an individual certificate for each webinar that you'll be attending. And after submitting all those certificates, definitely you will receive a webinar series certificate. All right? The topic that you are actually attending, okay, for that seminar would be it's really focusing on teaching strategies, research, assessment, pedagogy, tools and techniques, professional development, and communication skills. All right. So, does that make sense, folks? It sounds like this is going to be a courtesy offer of from the Institute of Global Professional. By the way, our first webinar series program will be having a 5 parts webinar series, and the topic actually we have started this one. The topic is authentic assessment in teaching and learning. All right. The first part was conducted on October 1. The second part was on October 4. The third part was conducted on October 7, and the fourth part was conducted on October 10. And tomorrow, that's October 26, is going to be the part 5 of our webinar series entitled Authentic Assessment in Teaching and Learning. I hope you will complete or you'll be having a complete attendance for the 5 parts webinar series of our first webinar series that we are actually conducting. All right. So make sure that you'll be having a complete attendance for you to get a series of webinar certificates. And by the way, we're also going to announce that our second webinar series program will be having a 4 parts or was having a 4 parts webinar series. And the topic of that webinar series is teaching English as a foreign language and assessment. The first part of that webinar series was conducted on October 2, October 6 for the part 2, and on October 20, part 3 was successfully conducted. And just yesterday, we were able to complete its part 4. So we're done with our second webinar series program. It's a 4 parts webinar series, all right? And our third webinar series program, all right, is having a 6 parts webinar series. Okay, the topic is digital classroom engagement tools, in which its first part was successfully conducted on October 11. All right, October 12 was the part 2, and then this coming December 3, it's gonna be the part 3, and December 5, it's the part 4 will be conducted this coming December 5, and part 5 of the webinar series will be conducted on December 10, and the part 5 will take place on December 18. All right, so please mark your calendar. So we were able to finish just the 2 parts, the part 1 and part 2. 3, 4, 5, and 6 parts will be conducted this coming December. All right, so please be guided accordingly. And our fourth webinar series program that has 5 parts webinar series, okay, for the topic, the new trends in education. All right. The first part of that webinar series was successfully conducted on, or will be conducted this coming November 1. All right. Part 2 of that webinar series will be conducted this coming November 7. Part 3 will be on November 12. Part 4 will be on November 20, and part 5 will be on November 28. All right. So that's new trends in education. It has a 5 parts. I think is it 5 or 6? Yes, it's 5 parts. All right. So more webinar series coming in. Yes, we have our 5th webinar series program. Okay. It has 5 parts webinar series, and the topic is organizational leadership and managerial skills. All right. Part 1 will be conducted on November 8, and coming November 15 is going to be the part 2 of that webinar series. November 22 is going to be the part 3, and part 4 will take place on November 25, and part 5 is on November 30. So again, please save the date. And for our 6th webinar series program, it has 5 parts webinar series. Okay, for the topic trends and innovation in mathematics education. All right, part 1 of which will be conducted this coming December 12. Part 2 will be on December 13. Okay, part 3, that's successive dates, that's December 14, part 4, December 15, and part 5, that's December 16. All right, in succession, that's December 12 until December 16. Okay, that's a 5 days straight of webinar series for the trends and innovation in mathematics education. All right. So more webinar series coming in. Okay. Okay. In order for you to enjoy our e-certificate, e-verified certificate, ISO certified certificate, all right? Of course, basic requirement is that you must attend all those parts of a series. Make sure that you can complete all those seminar parts, series parts of a series for you to enjoy the webinar series certificate that's coming from IGP. All right. And we've got here an important note. Without an account on our website, you can visit, but you can do anything functionally. Okay. Okay. Yes, that's correct. Make sure that for you to enjoy, okay, the benefits that our website is offering, make sure that you can have your own account. Okay. Okay. Now, you can join us every day for our live programs on different platforms. Okay. It's either you have to join us using our Facebook page. We also have Facebook group, and of course we have YouTube channel, and of course our website, that's www.eduijp.com. And if you missed any program due to some unavoidable circumstances, still you can still watch the previous webinar video. Okay. And also you can still enjoy the verified certificates. All you have to do is you simply check our website, okay, out. Okay, so today's certification process, okay, today is October 25, and the title of today's or tonight's program is The Process to be a TVET Trainer. This is exactly the name of the training that you are going to look for once you get to our website. And we are now showing you the certification link. Okay, by the way, the certification link is now available in the comment box below, and it's being pinned in the comment section below for you to easily find that link. So please come on, go find the link below. Certification link will also be available always in this program post, like in our Facebook page, our Facebook group, and our YouTube channel. Okay, again, if you don't have an account, okay, there is a limited, should I say, benefits that you can actually enjoy if you don't have any account in our website. Okay, you can still visit our website, but you cannot actually enjoy the full maximum benefits that our website is offering to you guys. So in other words, make sure that you have your own account, or better yet, or should I say, you have to get yourself registered using your own account. All right. So some more announcements coming in. By the way, that's gonna be the step two in claiming your certificate. We are now on step two. Okay. Now let me share you the certification process. First thing first, you can claim your certificate in two ways. Okay. The first one is using the link that's being provided in the comment section below. Okay. That's the first process. That's the first way. You can link that one, and once you click that one, and then you'll be redirected to our website for you to download your e-certificate. Another one is you can directly browse. You can directly check out our website. That's www.eduijp.com. Okay, for all information that you will be needing. Okay. Again, without an account on our website, you cannot enjoy the full functionality. All right, so we are now sharing you the code that you'll be using in downloading your certificate. That's IGP 2122. Again, that's IGP 2122. So make sure that you can type in this one, okay, on the button or navigation button that requires you to type in the code. Okay, without code, definitely you cannot claim your certificates. On the other hand, with code, you can actually claim your certificates anytime. Okay, so meaning to say, if you feel like you don't have time downloading your certificate, make sure that you can get the certificates and you can have it downloaded probably tomorrow or the following day. Make sure that you're able to copy, okay, the code for tonight. Okay. Today is October 25. And by the way, this is going to be the step 4 for our certification process. Okay. Do not forget, our program for tonight is entitled The Process to be a TV Trainer webinar. Okay, so upon copying the code, all you have to do is you simply paste that one or copy and paste that one to the window which says your certificate code. All right. And after typing in or copy and pasting that one, okay, and then the next thing you have to do is you click the get your certificate button, okay. So after clicking the button get your certificate, and then you're go to go, pretty much you're go to go, you are now on the process of downloading your e-certificate, okay. And this is the step 5 process in claiming your certificate. All right. I hope everything is clear here. I hope you understand our instruction for you to claim your certificate easily. Okay, for step 6, okay, what we are now showing you is the sample or template of the certificate that you'll be receiving. Okay, after typing in the code that we are providing you just earlier. All right. All right. So again and again, we are reminding you that without an account on our website, you can still visit our website, but you cannot do anything functionally. I mean, you'll be having this limited access. Okay, so you cannot enjoy fully the offer that IGP is providing you guys. By the way, our free international webinar is auto downloadable in PDF file format. Okay, you don't need to download it manually. It's automatic. Once you click that download button, automatically it will be downloaded with your name on it, printed clearly and legibly. All right. So what more can you ask for, guys? All right. So I hope. Okay. Dear participants, if you have any problem, or if there's any problem raised as to the issue of claiming your certificates or any other issues, please don't hesitate to contact us. All right. Okay. We will be happy to answer all your queries and questions. Okay. If you have any that you might raise, all you have to do is you simply make a connection. You simply type in everything that's concerned, that's bothering you regarding, for instance, in claiming your certificates. You simply contact us. And also, we have a staff deployed in our different platforms like in FB, Facebook, and in our YouTube channel. We do have staff deployed there to answer all those queries that you might raise. All right, just don't hesitate to contact us because we will be happy to answer all those queries, questions, or concerns that you might have pertaining to pertaining to the services that we are offering you guys. All right. Some more. Yes. Okay. And also, we are also inviting you coming October 26th. That's going to be tomorrow for another webinar series 1. Oh, this is going to be the part 5 of the seminar on authentic assessment in teaching and learning part 5. I think on part 3 series, I happen to be the host for the part 3 series. Okay, that's gonna be tomorrow. Today is 25, and tomorrow we're going to have that kind of webinar. And also, we would be, we're so glad to see you guys on October 27th for the seminar, Innovative Ways to Teach Research in Distance Learning. Okay? We have speakers from the Philippines who will be joining us. All right. And then coming October 28, 2021, we'll be having a webinar on international political economy. All right. And we have one speaker for that, okay, for that webinar, and he's coming from the Philippines. And October 29 for the webinar Work-Life Balance Professionally, okay? And one speaker from the Philippines is also going to join us for that webinar, all right? And we also would like to remind you, coming October 30, we have a webinar on different teaching modality. All right. Two speakers all the way from the India will be joining us on that particular webinar. All right. So, okay, we've got here. Okay, on October 31, okay, we'll be having a webinar on women on the web, a study of women on YouTube. I think this is quite interesting. We have a speaker who come all the way from India to share his insight on the topic women on the web, a study of women on YouTube. All right. This is a topic that is so relatable among our millennials today. And oh, by the way, that's morning session. For the evening session, sorry for that. For the evening session, we have a webinar entitled Gamification, the Future of Distance Learning. All right. Another in-demand topic for today's situation. All right. We've got speaker from the Philippines who will be joining us on that particular webinar coming October 31. Okay, so let's go back for the yes, that's for morning session. Again, let me remind you for the code for tonight's webinar. That's IGP 2122. Okay. Do not forget to copy this one, or you can keep that one if you're having difficulty in downloading your certificate tonight due to poor connection. Okay. Better yet, you keep this code, and probably tomorrow. Okay, if your connection is going to be fine, and then that's the right time for you to download your e-certificate, uh, the easiest way. All right. Okay, so I think that's all for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you being here, guys. We would like to acknowledge again the presence of our speaker, that's Sir Ronel S. de Guzman from the Philippines, a faculty member of President Ramon Magsaysay State University. All right. But of course, we also would like to thank everyone who made this webinar series possible. Owing to your active participation, guys, we remain grateful to our live audience for the unwavering attention with which you sat through this webinar. We are confident that you've learned something from it for sure. And on behalf of IGP and our speaker, lone speaker for tonight, thank you for joining us tonight, and have a great rest of your night or day. I am Gafor in Panimbang saying continue learning, and see you in the next series. God bless us all.